Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the brand new Netflix action film Polar, a film that stars Mads Mikkelsen, Vanessa Hudgens, we get Matt Lucas in here, who everyone from the UK will recognise from things like Little Britain, and we even get Johnny Knoxville make an appearance in this film. And this is a brand new action film from Netflix that is based on the graphic novels, which I haven't seen and I haven't read, so I can't give you any kind of comparison there between the two. And what do we get with this film? Well, we get Mads Mikkelsen's character, who plays Duncan, who is an ageing hitman who is about to hit his 50th birthday. However, the company that he works for, who he does the hits for, when you reach the age of 50, they force you to retire. And Mads Mikkelsen's due a huge payment when he retires, about $8 million. But this company's in a bit of financial trouble, and they decide they're not going to pay agents pensions when they retire, and if they die before their 50th birthday, they don't have to pay them a penny. So they decide they're going to start knocking off agents before they reach the age of 50 to save the company a lot of money, which they decide to do with Duncan, Mads Mikkelsen's character. And they decide to make an attempt on his life, which doesn't seem like the most sensible thing in the world, seeing as he's the world's most successful hitman. It doesn't go well for them, and after that it becomes like a revenge mission for Duncan, as this company then takes someone from him who he was starting to make a connection with, and it becomes like a revenge mission for him then to try and get this person back from the clutches of this evil hitman corporation that's run by Matt Lucas's character. So that's the basic outline that we have here for the film. What did I think of Polar? Well, I have to say I actually quite enjoyed this film in parts. I thought it was at times really excellently well made and really fun to watch, with some great action sequences. It's a bit jarring to watch though, because it almost feels like you're watching two films at the same time. There's two tones to this film, in a sense of you've got the stuff with Duncan on screen, Mads Mikkelsen's character, that is really dark and gritty, and it's like a character piece at times, and you're trying to get the insight into the mind of this hitman, and who's desperately reaching out and trying to connect with something. He gets a dog, which goes disastrously wrong, gets some goldfish, and then he starts connecting with his neighbour, this young lady who's renting a property very near to his winter cabin, and he starts slowly but surely making a connection with her, which actually leads to some quite amusing scenes. He does like the worst show and tell ever at a school. He's invited to go and talk at the local school because he's travelled the world, and he goes and does the most inappropriate talk and show and tell at the school ever. It's actually quite funny, I thought. So you get this side of the film that actually I really enjoyed, and then you've got a tonal shift it's like straight out of a comic book. And this is like the Hitman Corporation run by Matt Lucas, who's basically is a serious pantomime villain in this. It's not to be taken seriously, his part in this, and I don't know if it's what is in the graphic novels, but it felt way over the top for me. And there's these crew of hitmen who go around taking out these agents who are reaching the age of 50, and they're on the search for Duncan, and they're just going around murdering everybody. They're about as subtle as a sledgehammer, and they're all, got these character traits and stuff like that, and they're literally ripped straight from a comic book. And that side of the film I struggled with a little bit more. But when the two meet, when the character, the comic characters meet Mads Mikkelsen's character, it kind of blends together a bit better. They seep together and it works. And it's almost like the two films become one then, and some of the action scenes I really enjoyed. I thought they were really well done, quite inventive. It reminded me quite a lot. It's almost like this film was almost like a cross between John Wick and Atomic Blonde, the Charlize Theron film from, I think it was from last year. Same colour scheme as Atomic Blonde, and similar kind of action, and with John Wick blended in it as well. It really did have a feel of both those films. So if you like both of those films, it's like a cross between them two, I would say. Mads Mikkelsen here does a great job. I really do think he does a great job. He plays this lonely hitman really, really well. He doesn't say a lot. He doesn't have to say a lot. When he does say something, you tend to listen. I enjoyed the connection he was making with his neighbour. I kind of really enjoyed it because I got that sense that he was really, really desperate to connect with something, and he started to feel a connection with her, and then it all goes sideways, if you like. Other things in the film other plot lines felt a little bit rushed and a little bit forced. Richard Dreyfuss made a cameo in this film, but it was not on screen for more than 5 minutes. It weren't really worth it, but I enjoyed his performance. I enjoyed his appearance. Yeah, and I have to say, I really enjoyed this. I'm going to give this film a 7.5 out of 10. It was almost an 8, but it's just the tonal shift. It was too pantomime. It was too cartoon character-ish for me. The other stuff, the Mads Mikkelsen stuff, if they'd have focused more on that, this would have been an 8, potentially more out of 10. But it is definitely a very, very fun film to watch. I really enjoyed the ending, how a reveal takes place at the end that I really, really enjoyed. I thought that was wonderful. And I have to say, yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I do recommend you watch it, guys. So that's my review for Polar. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time on Screen Stars.